Hey everyone, how you doing? I give people a minute to get in here, and I'll probably post a link because that's how we do these things now. Links in the description to get in here. We're talking about some Facebook shit. I get I get tired of like fucking responding like on Facebook to lengthy fucking paragraphs of shit in text. So I'm just gonna do it like this, I guess. Oh, it does look like the Rage is going live soon. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking hang around too long. Let's see where this is going. There we go. So, I guess a day ago, one of my wife's friends posted some shit on Facebook. It just says the following, and it's the thumbnail for this video, so it's all there. Police don't prevent crime. They show up after it happens. Crime prevention starts with funding and social programs and creating opportunity. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Here's my overall point, which I think people missed, is that creating social opportunity. So what does that mean? Does it mean giving people like universal basic income? Basically deflating the value of the dollar and collapsing the economy back to its original state pre-UBI, making the value of the dollar worthless and even more worthless for people who actually work rather than stay at home. Does it mean counseling? And on the counseling point, I said, well, yeah, like pedophilia. So what I meant by that was you can't counsel the pedophile. Fuck me. You can't counsel wanting to fuck children out of a pedophile. It doesn't work. You can get them to stop fucking children maybe for a little while, but it doesn't really prevent a crime. They say, blacks are a marginalized community, and through systemic racism and oppression, conditions have been created such that they can't help themselves but be criminals. They won't say that last part, but that's what they mean. Which is an inherently fucking racist comment. So, they say that if you just give black people free shit, they'll just stop being criminals. It's not a black thing. It's not a, so then they say, well, poor people. Again, if you just give people money, that doesn't fix anything. Because of how many fucking people, first of all, what is poor? Where are you drawing the poverty line? And how much money are you going to give them? Right? So, like we've seen with UBI, with the pandemic and the $1,200 and the unemployment money, is if you give people more money than what they were making when they were originally working, they won't go back to work. They don't care if our economy completely collapses, because when people think of the economy, especially if you're a left-wing person, you're thinking, fucking Wall Street. Oh, give those Wall Street people some money. No, it's not. It has everything to do with your local community, right? So, if there's, let's say, a Denny's, some fucking foreigner probably owns the Denny's. He's got 10 or 12. Oh, it's Vaughn. Hold on. I got to turn my TV on because the volume's through the other television. Just give me 1 second. So, if there's a Denny's, probably. Hey, Vaughn. How you doing? Let's see if I can hear you.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Very good. Thank you. So
Okay.
if somebody owns a Denny's, they probably don't either aren't from this country or they came over here, because that seems to be the case. Most franchises are owned by foreign nationals and not actually Americans. It's just factually accurate when it comes down to it, right? But then you have the general managers of all these fucking Denny's, right? And they own a partial stock in it, or they just run the thing and they get paid out of the drawer, more or less. So if everyone, if because coronavirus has laid off all of these people who are waitresses at Denny's who rely on tips, you can't, first of all, get those people to come back because the tips will be shit because everyone's afraid of coronavirus. And then second of all, you can't get those people to come back because they're making more money not working than working. So what ends up happening is that business goes away. It goes away. So the solution to that is create more money, because otherwise the people that are there that still have to go to work will have to do other things to collect an income. Like, for example, sell drugs, which is illegal in a lot of places, unless it's like marijuana. But New York State is still one of those, even though it's one of the deepest blue states. And that's because our governor is actually extremely racist. And because a lot of black people smoke weed, he'd like to keep them all in jail. So, because he gets paid out by the fucking unions, the fucking criminal justice system unions, and whatever incarnation it'll take. So again, where am I going with all this? Get social opportunity doesn't actually mean anything, because you already have a lot of social opportunities. You only negate those when you commit a crime. So if somebody is telling little, fucking Julian or little fucking Sean A or whatever that the system is racist, so you might as well fucking, work the corner either with drugs or prostitution, then that's a family thing. That's not a government thing. And the other thing that I'd like to address is that a lot of these fucking people on Facebook are not politically literate enough to come in and have a dialogue or a conversation. They just like to make their little shit posts on fucking Facebook about this, that, and the other thing. And then I come in, I make a quick, succinct refutation of their point in as few words as possible. And then I just light the match and I leave. And then everyone starts fighting with each other. Because the way that the internet should be, especially on social media, is it should not be an area for people to have political discussions, because everyone and their greasy-headed grandma should not be having political discussions, because you're just not politically literate. And if you think you're going to come in and you're going to, talk shit or try to harm me in some way, either socially or physically, which is another thing that I'll only just briefly address, it's not going to happen, because I don't give a fuck about basically anything. I'm untouchable. Better men have tried. So, I'm not going to fucking go cry big fucking crocodile tears. I'm going on vacation tomorrow morning. So, I don't care. I'll be fucking gone. I won't even see it. Anyway, so, as far as crime prevention when it comes to social programs, that doesn't actually make any fucking sense. That's what I was getting at. I can't stop a crime like pedophilia. So if somebody is sexually attracted to children, it's basically like the trying to use social programs to get them to not want to fuck children anymore is basically akin to thought crime, because a pedophile can still be a pedophile and never offend, right? But you don't know that. Only a pedophile knows that they're a pedophile because they're jerking off the children, unless of course you catch their jacking off the kiddie porn on a fucking computer at their work. So the other thing that I've addressed in this thread here that I'm referring to is that in order to catch a criminal before they commit a crime, you have to accuse them of thought crime, which is Orwellian. If you haven't read 1984 and you don't understand the context of that, I would recommend you listen to the audiobook, because you probably don't have the attention span to actually read the fucking thing anyway. Or you can watch the movie. Not as good, but you can do that too. I know people do that. So to accuse somebody of thought crime does prevent a crime, but it also restricts liberty, which you fucking left-wing people are all about. I'm to understand. I don't actually believe that, but that's what you say. So it's when it comes down to it, people want to smoke weed and get as many tattoos as they like and show their coochie and make money and not have to pay money to the IRS and taxes for any revenue that's earned off of that service. You know, all right, but you also have to allow for the fact that some people are going to do fucked up shit, and the only thing that we can do is deal with the aftermath of the circumstances that surround that particular crime. So, crime you fucking river about that one. You like none of this policing stuff actually really does anything. All you do is make. I mean, when you're dealing with the police actually do prevent crime, because when it comes to committing a crime, okay, you have one crime. Crime is theft. Let's say for the sake of argument, you steal a 32-inch television, a decent sized, decent priced piece of hardware that you could feasibly walk out of a store with in a hurry, right? 32 inches is diagonal, so it's about this big, right? 2 hands on it. So in one social situation, you steal the 32-inch TV, you get caught, and you're going to jail, right? You're going to jail for maybe a year or 2, or you pay a hefty fine, right? The cops show up, they fucking put you in handcuffs, and they take you off the clink, right? That's the punishment for that. Situation 2, you've been given, let's see, what would be a good, because the pretense here is social programs and funding. So you get universal basic income. You got your $1,200 a month, right? You take your $1,200 and you spend it on whatever, because you have no, it doesn't matter. But you probably won't be buying the 32-inch television with that money, because you've got bills and other things that need to be paid, because your television, for example, won't work if you don't pay your electric bill. So there would be no point in stealing it. So you've paid all your bills with your $1,200 a month, and you got your food and your groceries and probably weed. Now you still want a fucking television because you don't have a television for your, I don't know, your bathroom or whatever, some room that doesn't already have a TV. So you're still gonna steal the fucking television because you're a thief. You're just so the social consequence. The social consequence for that is, I guess, you have to go to therapy for being a thief. I mean, can you psychoanalyze the thiefdom out of a thief? Can you talk about your fucking feelings about being a thief and then stop being a thief? The thing is that I don't think that any of this stuff actually works. The only way to get people to stop doing something or to do something is to scare them into doing it. And that's why the IRS actually fucking does what it does. I figured it would give you an actual viewer. Good morning. Yeah, thank you very much, Smokey. Listen, if I had tried to type all of this out, I would have been doing it for an hour, and you guys would have wasted even more time.
Right. Well, let me address your points, since you're basically doing 60 minutes here on speed dial. First of all, you can't expect the populace. Is this the Vaughn ASMR channel? Kind of, sort of. You can't expect the populace the law when the government is not obeying the law. All right. Well, what do I mean by that? As we speak, every member of the United States Congress, every member of the United States Senate, and every member of the U.S. Supreme Court are committing high treason. They said, that's ridiculous. They can't be possibly everybody committing high treason. Yeah, actually they are. See, they are allowing an unconstitutional entity known as the Federal Reserve to exist. All right. Congress and the Supreme Court have one job: to protect the Constitution of the United States. Now, they have various different ways of doing that, but that's essentially what they do. The Congress and the Senate and the Supreme Court are supposed to protect and preserve and enforce the Constitution of the United States. Okay, well, you have an unconstitutional entity called the Federal Reserve, And you have its watchdog, which is also unconstitutional, the IRS. Both of these things should not be. All right, and if you look up Jekyll Island, hopefully everybody's Google still works. If you Google Jekyll Island, you will find that the whole thing of the Federal Reserve was done in the dark of night on Christmas Eve night when most of Congress was gone. There was only like 4 or 5 people there. That's it. Everybody was gone on holiday. Okay, and not only that, but they did it in the dark of fucking night. And you know those people that were there because they were getting paid. Well, who are they getting paid by? Oh, they're getting paid by Rothschild, who isn't even a fucking American, and who is in charge of the goddamn thing. Okay, and it's not federal, and it has no reserve. So that just always brings a smile to my face when I say the word Federal Reserve, because it's not federal and it has no reserve. So it's an inside joke, I guess.
So Megan, this girl Megan is going on about something on the Facebook thing because people are watching from the Facebook post because I posted the link there.
All right.
They won't come in and actually talk. They're gonna bitch about it on Facebook, so that's fine. They can do whatever they want in that regard.
Totally fine.
Right. So my point wasn't these programs can't solve 9 out of 10 things, so we won't let it solve the one, or this program can't solve one of the out of the 10 things, so we shouldn't even try to. You see what I'm saying? So that wasn't my point. My point was that it can't solve any of them. It does not actually. Its job is not to solve crime.
No, because if they solve crime, they won't have no income.
Correct.
They gotta have an income.
Do not exist to solve crime.
Right.
They or combat crime. They exist to prosecute crime as a means of revenue, which is the point that everyone has missed. So if the function of the system is not to actually do that, so and on the other hand, the social program thing that was produced as a counter to the system that we currently have now doesn't actually have any demonstrable efficacy in regards of preventing crime. And even if it did, then you would have to progress to prosecuting thought crime in a way outside of our current criminal system. So what they would do is they would identify someone who, for example, is a pedophile because they've been monitoring your internet. They've seen that you've gone to some sites. They've seen some search terms. So they think you might be a pedophile, right? So now it's off. So it's off to some institution then to recondition you out of your pedophilia.
Sigmund Freud should have been castrated at birth.
Or thievery, or your violent tendencies. I mean, like what do you do? A social program. We're going to prevent that by giving you money. We're going to prevent that by giving everyone a state fucking state mandated fucking psychiatrist that they must see 2 times a week. Who's paying for that? Well, we're going to abolish money because at the root of this, at the root of their solutions is something else they're not telling you, is that it's a complete reconfiguration of Western civilization. Correct. Because the bedrock of their solutions does not exist within the current system. It exists in a system that they have created in their minds that functions like a utopian society, but in reality does not. Because when it get right down to it, socialism, like that of Venezuela, and Cuba, which is actually inherently communist, and communist regimes that have existed in the past always devolve into despotic, fascistic military rule. Because Correct. Human nature is inclined to try to control as much power and consolidate as much power and resources as possible, because that's the game that most human beings play at a very basal level when it comes down to human nature. And this is something that we all should fundamentally understand before we try to get into politicking on fucking Facebook in a serious manner. So,
just a second. Iron Charlotter and Bill Mendelson and Smokey Saint. I see you all out there. You're out there. I see you. Okay, go ahead.
You're not wrong. The industrialists do own America. The current system is not perfect, but it's okay. Let me put this in a social way, because I know that there are women watching, and it's probably an easier way for them to understand this. So, Hold on. Well, if I'm convinced you the ice wall was made of cocaine, would you journey to the edge to find? Yeah, I know.
It doesn't need to be cocaine to journey to the edge, as long as we don't
No,
get
but if
shot
it
and
was,
killed.
I would. I mean, I probably would anyway.
Well, the thing of it is, we'd be shot and killed, so no, we won't be journeying to the ice wall anytime soon. But he said earlier, he said, I hear the government is run by lizard men that live in the hollow earth. How do you reconcile that with flat earth? I reconcile that just fine, because if you'll read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Thoth said that the Atlanteans fought the reptilians and the Greys and drove them underground, and that's why they're underground to this day, is because they fought on our behalf. It's probably one of the reasons why Atlantis
what I was
sank.
talking about now. Thank you, Vaughn.
Yes, I had no choice. He's
I know.
prolific, if
Just
nothing else.
remind me where I was after.
Yeah, it'll happen. Don't worry. Just give it a minute. But yeah, no, I have no problem reconciling that whatsoever, because Thoth already addressed it. The New York fucking Times addressed reptilians, by the way. Okay, so yours truly, totally vindicated in that regard. Thank you very fucking much.
What the fuck was I on about? I still can't remember.
I don't know. But the lizard thing is a kind of a sore spot for me, because there's just tons and tons of information out there that either A, pretty much confirms that it's true, or B, that confirms that it definitely has the possibility to be true. You know, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of information out there. But see, people hear lizard men.
Fuck, I remember. Okay, sorry. I gotta get on this, or I'll
yes, go finish. Yeah, finish your talking points. Yes.
So the relationship that we currently have to our present economic and government situation is akin to that of, it can be stable even if it's parasitic. So let's say, for example, you have two people in a relationship, and when it comes down to psychology, we talk about three different states: parent, adult, and child mental states, right? And the parent and child have negative and positive traits, and the adult is the best of both worlds, right? When we're talking about mental states. So if you're in an abusive relationship, just because it's abusive does not mean it's not inherently stable. Because who derailed my stream this time? Fuck off.
He's out there busting our balls in the outside chat.
Because when you get right down to it, that it's a parasitic relationship that our economic system has on the people who live within that economic system. However, it's stable. Communism, the alternative, is I would say a double parasitic relationship, which is an unstable relationship to have. So
absolutely.
An official relationship between the two groups. You fucking asshole, Vaughn. See, Vaughn's my hand tied behind my back. He comes in here and he fucks with my head while I'm trying to have a serious fucking conversation.
Well, now
let
me dovetail onto what you're saying, okay? Yeah. Because I can actually show you with evidence that polygamy is one of the things that they absolutely despise. I mean, they killed the Branch Davidians because of it. But polygamy, if you'll go back and read history, polygamy was prevalent. It was the norm. Okay, that was the norm for its day. So why would they cut us down to monogamy? I'll tell you why. Because it puts more control on them and less on us. The bigger your family, the harder it is for government or institutions to control you. That is a fact. And that is why you have this entity called Child Protective Services, so that they can come down and control the family and manipulate the family and threaten the family and even destroy the
clock family. Is right twice a day, just saying, guys.
Yeah, so
there's Von Helton's too. Anyway,
yeah, but
no, that's what I was about to say in response to what you were saying, was that if you have multiple wives or even multiple husbands, for God's sake, or any combination of those two things,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
if it's a community of people who are reproducing together, sleeping together, you have multiple husbands, multiple wives, all the tax forms get complicated. How do you keep track of the flow of money? That then becomes a community, which it is taxed differently. If they run a business, it's harder to pin down who gets what tax credit, and the IRS's system of financial oppression through taxation completely fucking collapses.
Exactly. Bingo.
So Vaughn's absolutely fucking
I am
right, which is
absolutely fucking
scary.
correct. You bet. You bet. And I'm not, now the trolls and the haters, oh, well, Vaughn's just saying that because he wants to have multiple wives. Well, okay.
I
Maybe
don't, and I
that's
agree
true.
with him. I think
That's
monogamy is the
true,
way to
but
go for me anyway, but,
well, the thing of it is, it's the idea that, the continuation of the species is kind of fucking important. I mean, that's kind of important.
unless you're godless. Unless you're godless.
Yeah,
girl.
unless you're godless, right? Exactly. But most of us would believe that the continuation of the species is pretty damn important.
Again, I have to bring people up to speed on the godless thing. I'm not talking about atheists. I'm talking about a specific YouTuber.
A specific individual, right?
Yeah, because I forget that we have boomers and
right.
and the uninitiated in here today, as a matter of course. So I don't want people to be like, you said atheist, you're fucking. No, I'm talking about somebody specific.
No, the godless we're referring to is known as Godless Girl. She is she's a single individual. She happens to be atheist, but she's
a drunken welfare queen.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she's pretty.
And this is not a pejorative. That's what she just. That's how.
Yeah, that's how she describes herself sometimes. Yeah, exactly. So we're not slamming anyone. But
she did an interview with Shannon Q on Steve McRae's channel like a couple months ago, I guess. Or she what is she I think she said she was a human lobster welfare queen. I don't know, something like that.
The lobster part, but okay.
I don't know about the lobster part. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense, but whatever. Hey,
Ronnie Rottencock is having a stream soon, so remember to remind him. Remember to ask him how much for the horse. Because we need horses once the power goes out and the communist revolution begins. How much for the horse? How much for the horse, Knock?
Exactly. How much for the horse?
Oh, you're premiering her dumpster fire debate on your channel today. Sweet. They're doing apostate alliance, I think, on Knock's channel, which means John the horse is actually going to be there running the room. So that'll be funny if you're like, how much for the horse? Apostate Alliance over there is ex-Muslims that are now atheists. So whoopee. I mean, that I don't know. What would you rather somebody be a Muslim or an atheist, Vaughn? I think atheist. If they have to choose between the radical religion of Islam and belief in no God at all and general digression into hedonism and fucking nihilism, which do you think is better for a person, an individual, especially a woman?
In all seriousness, I would really rather they be atheists than a Muslim because, like I said, we have archaeological evidence that proves not a conspiracy theory, not my opinion, absolutely proves that the god Allah that they are worshiping is actually an archdemon named Hubal from ancient Mesopotamia. That is, we have archaeological evidence for that. Okay, it's not just hearsay. All right, so would I rather have people worship an archdemon, a major class demon, or would I rather them be an atheist? Well, obviously, I'd rather them be an atheist because at least as an atheist, we got a chance to save their life or save their soul, even, if you will. Whereas if they're a Muslim, the chances are they're either going to off themselves in league of their demon or they're going to be forever mind warped, and that's not good. So
see, this is something that I argue with John about is would you rather somebody be like a Christian or an atheist? From a Jewish perspective. So like who is more sinful, the idol worshiper as a Christian or the apostate is not a word that we have in Judaism. The heretic, I don't know, of an atheist. And I say atheists are better in that regard because at least you don't worship idols, which is like a cardinal sin, if you pardon the.
Well, yeah. No offense to the Catholics, but yeah, I get what you're saying, and I kind of lean in that direction because at least with an atheist, then you can reach out to them and kind of hopefully bring them back into. And
atheists in real life and atheists on the internet are a lot different because atheists on the internet have already made up their mind and they're trying to grift their atheism into some sort of lucrative financial gain,
right.
Or for popularity's sake. when an atheist, you see an atheist in real life, what it is really most of the time is an agnostic who hasn't made up their mind one way or the other.
Right.
That keeps their mind open to the possibility that of you or anyone else or something that we haven't even pinned down yet being correct.
Mhm.
So that's the difference between internet atheists and atheists out in the real world off this fucking website.
Lunchtime. Have you ate?
Have I eaten? No, not yet. I
No,
will
it's
be
lunch.
eating soon, though.
No, it's
Um,
lunchtime. It's
It
lunchtime.
is lunchtime for Hitler. You know what'd be funny is I want to design. I'm gonna send to you a 6-pack of what it is. It'll be Mountain Dew. I don't know what your favorite flavor is.
Code Red.
Okay, Code Red. We'll do Code Red, and then I'm gonna hand do the labels. I'll design a label to put on the can, and I'll restick the labels on before I send it out to you. And it says that even evil Von Helton guy in the style of the
Right.
Code
In
Red label.
the Mountain Dew style. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That'll work.
that's what that I'm. While I'm on vacation, I want to work on a bunch of art projects because I don't have a lot of free time when I'm doing this. So in my downtime on vacation, I'm going to be designing the Von Helton hoodie. I'm thinking like the Eye of Horus pyramids, probably like some swirling Lovecraftian motif. And this is not going to be a cheap hoodie. I'm sorry, but I thought about designing it like a hat, which we'll probably still have. That's very simple, but this is what it is a wrap design. So you do the whole thing, and then it wraps the print all the way around the item of clothing. So if there's like stylized squiggles or something in the background of the image, Von Helton will be front and center, and then there'll be a little floating, Eye of Horus and alien UFOs and stuff all over the sleeves, all the way in the back and in the front. So it's not going to be a piece of shit. It might go for like $60. And it's going to be quality. No, and I'm not selling anything in polyester. It'll either be 100% wool or 100% cotton.
Okay, well, now one of them fuckers itches. Which one is it? Is it the wool or the cotton?
Well, you let me know. I'll check the inside of your tags and see what makes you uncomfortable because we're tailoring this to you.
Because one of them itches like a motherfucker, but I can't remember if it's the wool or the cotton.
Because we want to do a whole line of clothing that we'll put up, and then this website that we found will produce the items in once everyone's ordered enough. And it's like Teespring, but it's less shitty, and it's for an article of clothing, like a brand. And then
I'll take my own advice and Google that shit and find out which one, if it's wool or cotton, and then we can do the opposite, because one of those makes me itch. It actually makes me break out an itch, and it's not fun.
We've done Teespring, and we've well, first of all, we've had issues with copyright on some things with that fucking Custom Ink. That's what it is. Custom Ink has given us some issues because it's high quality, but they check too much.
Right.
So if I have something that looks vaguely like something else, they'll say, well, that's copyright. And they've got a whole team of weeaboos and nerds down there apparently that know what everything is.
Weeaboos? What the fuck is a weeaboo?
Somebody who's obsessed with Japanese culture to the point where it's cringy.
Okay.
People who do the Naruto run, that would be a weeaboo.
Oh, okay.
People who drink sake and eat pocky and
yes, I got it. I'm a mukbanger, remember?
They're white. They're very white, and they don't know anything about actual Japanese culture. They're obsessed with like what they see in anime. That's a weeaboo.
Right. Okay.
So, theocracy should never be a form of government. Well, unless you have
America is not a theocracy.
Unless you have like the equivalent of a theocratic ethno-state where people who agree are allowed to stay or go on that basis. So
America is not a theocracy, though. I don't know why people keep saying it is, because it is not. It never was.
Not a theocracy.
It was designed to be. But I wouldn't. Go ahead.
Smokey, if you have something, I will put you on online. I'm gonna do one of a lot. Oh, it's Jimmy Hats. So Smokey Saint, you'll get along well with Jimmy because he was the guy that we raised money for the drinking contest for that we talked about the other day that made you laugh so fucking hard. He could tell you more about the drinking contest than I could because I haven't seen the whole video. And knock is coming up, so we're gonna have to end this. But go subscribe to Jimmy Hats. And if he's got some campaign for his flesh-eating virus going on, go donate a couple of fucking dollars to that campaign.
I haven't seen that in the news in a long, long time, the flesh-eating virus. I'm
not sure exactly what it is. He's got huge chunks of his fucking leg missing.
Supposedly, I did hear one report in passing where something got inside somebody and it literally ate them from the inside out. And I'm sorry to be gross, folks, but there's no other way to really say this shit. But it literally started inside their body and literally ate them from the inside out. I don't know if it was the flesh-eating virus or if it was some kind of new contagion of some kind, but it literally ate them from the inside out. And it was
granola virus. It turns your whole insides into granola.
It was extremely gross. I mean, really, as an orderly and an EMT, I've seen pretty much every kind of gore you can think of. And this thing almost made me hurl chunks. Okay, it was that bad. So I don't know what the fuck it was. They're saying it's a form of flesh-eating virus. Okay, maybe so. But typically, from my understanding, it's a flesh-eating virus starts on your flesh, hence the name, and then works its way inward. Well, this thing did the opposite. It started inside and it worked outward. So I don't know. This might be some kind of new shit.
No, rotting Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie's got a flesh-eating virus. So on that note, it's a blood infection that and leg popped from the blood. Oh fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of gore porn over on Jimmy Hats' channel. I recommend if you're into that sort of thing, go check it out.
There's all kinds of weird, goofy shit going on out there, man. I mean, if it can happen, it probably is happening. I mean, that's where we're at right now, unfortunately.
May the troll be with you. We're gonna get out of here because we're gonna go fuck with Ronnie now. Right. And I need a cigarette. And I don't know if I'm gonna do anything tonight. I might like a quick hey, see you later, farewell sort of thing, because I'm gonna be not doing any streams or videos or anything like that for while I'm on vacation. Right. Feel free to invite me to anything if I'm around and I'm not doing anything while I'm on vacation. And I have cell service because I will be at the beach a lot. Okay. I'll pop in and do your fucking thing. Be sure to check my videos and get into the Discord. I guess I'll fucking get the link to that real quick before we end this. And join the Discord. Best way to get a hold of me, or if you don't like Discord, at least join it so that you can ask me for my my phone number or my Facebook or something.
Naka, I think, is an atheist, isn't he, Will?
Yeah, he's Nakasuchi. Jimmy, okay, so Jimmy Hats has brain damage from one of his tours, so he forgets things, so he might actually not remember the drinking contest.
Right. Well,
let's do a debate review, Will. Okay, we can do a debate review. I'll go to your fucking or a response or something. Yeah. You just let me know what you want to do and when. I'm just getting the link to the Discord. So like Smokey, if you want to just have my phone number, Smokey, if you want to just have my phone number, Knox got my phone number. I trust him with it. You can, and you just want to text me, or if you want to get a hold of me on Facebook Messenger or something, that's fine.
The timing is perfect because I just got a notice that a new Foamy the Squirrel is up, and I am definitely going to watch that shit. So.
It's still going?
Fuck yeah. He just uploaded a brand new one just now, 4 minutes ago, it says.
I didn't know that Foamy the Squirrel was a thing. I remember Foamy the Squirrel from
Foamy has been kicking ass here lately, dude. Got new characters and he's branching out and doing live shows now and shit. Of course, he ain't doing them as Foamy. He's doing them as this Pumpkinhead thing. But
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
I know him. Okay.
Thing. But it's Ill Will Press. It's the guy that makes Foamy the Squirrel. And he just got a notice now 4 minutes ago, new Foamy the Squirrel, so I'm going to check that shit out.
Yeah, all right. So the Discord link is here, and we'll give people a couple of minutes to click it before we get out of this. So let's while we're sitting here, let's go look and see what Ronnie's doing. Let's see. I'll bring up the YouTube page. And I'll put it on the big screen for a minute because I like to give people some time. Apostate Alliance. It's here somewhere.
Apostates. Why would anyone want to admit to that? I wouldn't want to admit to being an apostate.
I lost.
I would not want to incur the wrath of my gods.
I lost 2 fucking subscribers. Oh, big sad.
You did? Why?
I don't know.
I guess they got mad when you didn't decide to attack me and decided to friend me instead.
I don't know. You never know who it is who unsubscribed. I don't know if it's new people, but we'll fucking whatever.
Yeah, who cares? Smokey says he's at the Discord waiting on you. So.
Oh, all right. Cool. We're just gonna check on. Oh, he's playing Smokey shit.
He's playing Smokey's shit? Okay. All right. Everybody's playing everybody else's shit, man. I'm so confused.
I know.
I'm so damn confused. Oh, well. All right. I'm going to go check out the latest Foamy, man. I'll catch you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yep.
There we go. Matt Powell and climate change. Oh, Apostate Alliance is later. Oh, I gotta. There we are. I want to utilize the. It's been a while since I looked at my info, so I'm pulling out my info, updating all my info, and I want to utilize you and your knowledge on climate change to make sure I have current and accurate information. So I'll be reaching out to you. Where are all the horse comments? Me and Smokey have agreed to another debate. This one on climate change. So I think that might give away his position. Just maybe. But I don't want to spoil it too much. My chat would not see and find out. All right. Oh, you don't see the general chat. Oh, you unsub and resub every day. Thank you. I don't get this fucking content either. Smokey was right. He's reviewing himself. I don't know. Not enough horse comments. Go over there and ask him about his fucking horse. How much for the horse? Anyway, we're done. I'm gonna go over there. I'll be in Discord if you want to talk. But other than that, I'll be in the general chat. But other than that, I'm done for the day with these. I said everything I gotta say about this fucking Facebook shit. So, you gotta share your screen sound. We can't hear it. How the fuck do I share my screen sound? That would be a good skill to learn. Hold on. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox on the next window. Follow these steps to share. Oh, for fuck's sake. Share screen. Open a new tab and oh my god, it's a whole fucking process. All right, I'll read this later. I can't be fucked. All right, see you later, guys. Lol. Okay, we're really going away now. I hit a button. Wait, what? When you click screen share, there's a tiny button in the lower left. Oh, it's so small I didn't even see it. I didn't know that. Oh, okay, let's fucking try it then.
I'm like, I'm gonna come over here to Smokey, and Smokey never times me out. So
no, man, I'm all about free speech, bro, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, God damn it. I can't believe I didn't see that. Okay, now I'm actually done.